I found it in one of the kitchen drawers that we seldom clean or organize. It appears to be quite old, and its origin remains a mystery. While I have seen it before, I never took the time to investigate its purpose. I suspect it may be related to can opening, but I was unable to use it for that purpose. The item is quite rusted and features a folding, sharp tip. It is relatively small, and no one I consulted could identify it. My mother is also unfamiliar with its function and has never used it. Any ideas what this thing is? It's a P-38 can opener. Military issue. Pretty cool little device. The P-38 is a small can opener that was issued with canned United States military rations from its introduction in 1942 to the end of canned ration issuance in the 1980s. Originally designed for and distributed in the K ration, it was later included in the C ration. As of 2024, it is still in production and sold worldwide. I received these as a gift from Okinawa, but they have Korea marked on the back. They appear to be made of brass or copper and are a semi-heavy metal, weighing about 14 ounces. I tried using Google image search, but couldn't find any results. Any idea what it could be? It's an ashtray. The thing on top holds a box of wooden matches. Ashtray made from the discarded brass shell case from artillery shells. Kids often died collecting the spent shells as there might be booby traps or unexploded shells. My mother purchased it for me at a thrift store, along with a silicone bread baking mat. It is a medium-sized item featuring a wooden handle and a bent metal end, and it is relatively lightweight. Anyone know what this is? It is a Danish dough whisk, commonly utilized for mixing bread dough and highly favored within the sourdough bread community. My friend found this in her barn. It's shaped like a sickle and has two handles, one with a ratchet-like mechanism on it. There are no other markings. I tried using Google image search, but couldn't find any results. Any ideas what this thing is? This is a valve spring compressor for a particular engine. Tractor, most likely. This valve spring compressor tool is designed to compress valve springs on overhead valve engines. I found this item while cleaning out a commercial office, but no additional components were found with it. The space was a retail environment. The item is constructed from wood and metal, with the metal being folded and bent to secure the wooden pieces in place. It resembles pine wood or standard 2x4 framing wood. I inquired with colleagues in the office about its purpose, but they were unable to provide any information. The item appears to be sturdy and lacks any moving parts. I speculated that it might be a component of a foldable box used for packing clothes during a move, possibly related to the handle, but I am uncertain. Any ideas? This was a handle on a heavy content shipping container box. I work at a power plant in downtown Charleston, South Carolina, and we found this buried in a wooded area on the property. It sparked a lot of debate at the plant. It appears to be made of cast iron, about 3 or 4 feet long, and weighs over 100 pounds. Personally, I think it might be a Civil War era cannon. We've cleaned it up and examined the lettering, but haven't had any luck. After hours of searching on Google, I still haven't found any information on what it could be. Anyone know what this is? It's fire hydrant, middle piece of an eddy flow control valve, probably 1910 to 11. This is similar to hydrant shutoff valves in current use. It probably was related to hydro, or if the utility plant used steam, a large 6 or 8-inch service line for the plant. I'm guessing the plant went offline somewhere between 1950 to 1970. This would fit that service lifetime. A friend of mine bought these items in France. They date back to the 18th or 19th century. However, when we visited an antique dealer, he was unable to identify their origin. The handle is made of wood, and the metal components appear to be brass. It could possibly be an antique shell cracker for seafood. Any ideas? This is an elaborately designed tailor's iron intended to be heated and utilized for pressing under collars and sleeves. It comes in 3 different sizes to accommodate various types of clothing, with 2 of each size available, allowing one to be heated while the other is in use. Once cooled, the irons can be easily swapped without any waiting time. In contrast, traditional cast metal irons would only retain heat for a brief period, necessitating frequent reheating, which is why laundry rooms often contained entire stoves dedicated to heating multiple irons. What is this object? It is red, made of cast iron, approximately 5 feet tall, and located in Watertown, Massachusetts. It is marked City Cables. I attempted to search for images online, which led to some results related to fireboxes, but I am still unclear about its purpose. Anyone know what this is? It was a box that predated phones to alert fire departments of a fire. In this case, it's been reused for utility, possibly communication. I found a metal object with a square hole at the bottom that has been in my home for quite some time. Initially, I suspected it might be related to guitar equipment, but I have been unable to identify it. I attempted to search for it on Google Lens, but unfortunately, I did not find any results. Any ideas what this thing is? It's a drum key. Specifically, it's this drum key. Technically, it's the same size as a 1/4 inch water key, but this particular one is sold and marketed to drummers. I am currently in Australia, where I discovered an object on the side of the road near a rural town. Is this device intended for filling a water tank? It stands 3 meters tall and has a black flexible pipe hanging down. At the base of the pole, there appears to be a turning wheel, which may function as a pump. Any ideas what this thing is? They call them standpipes in Australia. They are for filling trucks with water. They connect into the main scheme water supply. The lantern thing at the top allows overflow when the truck is full, so the tank being filled is not overpressured. The item was retrieved from a shipwreck many years ago and was presented to me as part of an art exhibit. It is a small yellowish amber vial containing a clear liquid, housed in a leather-corded pouch. The vial measures approximately 1 inch in length and appears to be quite old, exhibiting brittleness and etchings in an unreadable language. I am concerned that the liquid may be hazardous, which is why I have refrained from opening it to assess its odor. Any ideas what this thing is? This is the Soviet perfume, which has a jasmine fragrance.